Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And this is something rare and special. We're lucky to have number 1 versus number 2. The college football world stopping to watch how this game plays out. It's a potential playoff matchup as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going here. He's got it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The shotgun handoff here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes a quick grab. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Here's the second down play. Trying to find some room. It's Frazier. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Can he make it to the marker? Some hard running there through a tackle. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him the 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Here comes a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, This offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
On third down, it's a handoff. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He can't stop him. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And goal upcoming. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
It just seems like he's inching his way to this goal line. He got about a yard. That's halfway. Now, will they give it to him again to see if he can break the plane?
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Wow, that is dedication to this running game. Third down and goal, you give it to the running back, and let's give credit to that offensive line. Good job of getting low and getting movement in the trenches there to give him enough room to get into the end zone.
Point after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Look at this, taking a shot on the very first play. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. Sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Receiver makes the grab, and he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
The slot receiver can go inside or to the outside. This time he sets the defender up and then works across the middle for the completion.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. They'll make an adjustment for this important play. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Snags a quick throw. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Can he reach the end zone?
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They're setting out to try the PAT. And there's the point after. The kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Dropping back. It's Barnett. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. The pass is intercepted.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
The secondary backed up off the ball now. Caught over the middle. It's Smith.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down. Buckeyes come to the line in a hurry up. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Yeah, you simply cannot hit the quarterback like that. He got caught red-handed. So a new set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer penalty on third down. Looking to throw it on first down. He pulls in the catch. That heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. We'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Using his legs, it's Frazier. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And he'll drop back here on third down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. And looking to throw now on first down. That's reeled in. It's Frazier. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Brought down short of the end zone at the 3.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, it's Frazier. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. So we're all tied up after that one, Kirk. A potential shootout on our hands here.
Yeah, the offense does their job and ties this thing up. Now the pressure switches to the other side for an answer.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown on their last possession. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. The Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. The DB's backing off from the line now. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Grab down the middle. It's Parker. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Got the first down, now looking for more. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's just...
He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And he runs it out just short of the end zone there.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Direct snap to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he scores. Touchdown, Buckeyes. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And knock through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Linebacker shifting around now. On the run, it's Frazier. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
With great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. So we've reached the 2-minute warning. This offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Toss play, back heads to his right. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back. It's Barnett. Bringing pressure. Oh, the pass is picked off. Past the 50. Inside the 40. At the 30 now. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? On first and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Pressure is coming. Back play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Dropping back. It's Barnett. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He's going to take off here. Finding some room at the 25. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Finds room at the 30. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more.
And the freshman able to get home with the sack. They're backed up, 2nd and long at the 19. Dropping back, it's Peters. He's looking deep here. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Ohio State. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Return here from inside the 15-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to pass here. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
With the PAT, it's a 3-touchdown lead, 35-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's White. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And he's got it. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Dogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack is so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looks like he's going to run it. All day to throw. Finally throws it to his left. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
Chris, that one reminds me when we're in the backyard. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. He's back there all day to throw the ball. They better put more.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Trying to extend the play. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Look out, he's got some space. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the wideout goes in motion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the grab. It's White. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Not much on that play, brought down short. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Can he get there on the ground? Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down. Dogs come to the line, set a fresh set of downs.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. The sack sets up second down. Back to throw. It's Barnett. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Should have just taken a knee. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. No press here. The defense backing away. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Fights through the tackler. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Peters. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete, but is the final play of this period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Defense is coming after him. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, third down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing fourth down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
And it's intercepted, a crushing play. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw. It's Barnett. Launches downfield. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, at this point, the offensive coordinator has to think about going to the other quarterback. That's his 4th interception in this game alone. He's throwing the ball into coverage, and the defense is making him pay for it.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Picked off, a crucial turnover. He's got some room and some blockers here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfired?
Here comes a first down pass attempt. With the catch, it's Frazier. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
A crucial third down play right here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Look at him run through those tacklers. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
To throw, it's Barnett. Quick throw to the left. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, third and long. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game to get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive. You can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Take a about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. It's Barnett. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Looking to the end zone. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Can he take it all the way? Across the 40. Past the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. The pocket breaking down. And the defense smothers him for no gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Linebackers making some adjustments now. To the air. It's Barnett. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point, cover an onside kick. You never know.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
The Buckeyes enter the final minute of play, just hoping to run the clock out. Here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's 3rd down for the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down. Buckeyes come up to the line in a hurry-up. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Fights through a tackle. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And now another deep ball here. Catch made down inside the 10. They've got